Welcome to 2. One day there was no food in Allauddin's house, so mother sat down to wash the lamp that Allauddin had brought from the cave and brought home the food. As soon as she touched the lamp, smoke came out of it and a demon came and stood in front of her. Out of fear she fainted and fell down. By that time, Allauddin, who had reached home, understood the matter as soon as he saw the ghost, and ordered the ghost to bring the food supplies. The ghost brought heaps of food in minutes. Mother and son were happy. A few years passed like this, and one day Allauddin saw a princess bathing, fell in love with her, determined to marry her anyway, and communicated his desire to her mother. Even though the mother spoke wisely, he asked, but she went to the king and asked him to give his daughter in marriage to her son. At first the king got angry hearing the words of Allauddin's mother. When she asked again and again, he laughed and mocked. But to be persistent and courageous, the king laid down some provisions. With the help of the ghost, Allauddin overcomes all the odds and marries the princess. The ghost built him a beautiful palace. He brought heaps of valuables that he needed. Allauddin and his wife princess were floating in a beautiful boat in a beautiful pond inside the palace. Both of them used to spend time happily wearing expensive clothes. Allauddin was a sorcerer who was thought to have died in a cave without a stomach. One day when he looked in his mantra mirror, he found himself happy in a magnificent palace with a princess. The sorcerer decided to take revenge on Allauddin somehow. Disguising himself, the sorcerer, disguised as a seller of brass lamps, came to the town where Allauddin lived. In the streets of that town, I will replace the old lamp with a new lamp. Take a new lamp, he was shouting. Allauddin was not in the house then. Seeing the lights flickering near the magician, the princess wished for Allauddin. Knowing the significance of the magic lamp brought from the cave, she gave it away and got a new plain lamp from the mage. As soon as the magic lamp came to hand, the mage rubbed it. The ghost appeared. Take this palace with the princess and keep it in Africa, ordered the ghost. The palace also disappeared. The princess also disappeared. The king had no idea when Allauddin returned from hunting and captured him and said, "My daughter. Tell me quickly," he shouted. In a moment Allauddin comprehended everything, took a chance of a few days and went away. Allauddin rubbed the mantra ring on his finger. The ghost came and stood by it knowing the location of the princess, and went there. The princess was not so happy to see her husband through the window. Treating him, she apologizes for giving the lamp to the sorcerer. Also, she told that the magician kept that lamp with him all the time. Allauddin gave some advice to the princess. The princess promises to do as he says and retrieve the lamp from the wizard. Accordingly, when the magician came to see her that night, she pretended to be very fond of him. The sorcerer was great. He drank as much honey as she gave. While the other mage lay unconscious, mostly drunk, the princess nibbled the lamp from his waist and gave it to Allauddin, who was stuck there. As the lamp reached his hand, Allauddin rubbed it. Immediately Pendabuta came and stood in front of him. "What's wrong with you?" asked. Allauddin ordered the ghost, "Leave only the magician here and carry us both with the palace, and place them where they were before." The ghost obeyed his command. The king was very happy to see them both. He threw a banquet and entertained the son-in-law. Allauddin lived happily with the princess for a long time.